Hello everyone, welcome to the class. In this class I am going to take application of alligation rule to profit and loss questions. Alligation rule is applied to the questions of averages, questions of mixtures, and also the questions of profit and loss. So in this video I will be taking few questions where we can apply this alligation rule to profit and loss. So let's start the question number 1. So that says a grocer buys two types of rice at rupees 18 and rupees 12 per kg respectively. In what proportion should these be mixed so that by selling the mixture at rupees 17.5 per kg, 25% may be gained? So the first thing that you need to understand is you are mixing these two variety of rice in such a proportion that we have to calculate so that on that price 25% gain will be achieved if you are selling it at 17.5. So I am just writing it CP and SP. SP is 17.5 per kg, and you have to first find what should be the CP so that there is a profit of 25%, right? So we know that in order to have a profit of 25%, the selling price is 125% of the cost price, right? So we can multiply the cost price to 1.25 or 1 whole 1 by 4. Why we are doing that? Because selling price is 125% of the cost price. That's why we have multiplied this to 1.25 or 1 whole 1 by 4. So this is the first step. I'm just writing here CP multiplied by 1 whole 1 by 4. So that is giving me 17.5. So that will give me CP is equal to 17.5 multiplied by 4 by 5. That is 14.0. So CP is 14.0 per kg. So that means you have to mix these two variety in a ratio which give you CP as 14. So I am just writing here 14 per kg that we got after this calculation. Okay. Now we will apply the alligation rule. Okay, so in order to apply the alligation rule, you are writing here the type 1 one side, type 1 and then type 2 on the other side. So variety type 1 is the price is 18 per kg. So here I am writing price 18 per kg, and for type 2 this is 12 per kg. So these has to be mixed, and after mixing you are getting the average price what we have just calculated as 14 per kg, right? And here you have to find out in what quantity it has to be mixed, in what quantity. So suppose X is to Y. So this is how you draw the diagram in order to apply the alligation rule. I'm just making this arrow. Okay, so with the help of that we can calculate it easily. So X divided by Y, X is to Y is equal to, you go in the direction of X, this in the direction of X, and write here the difference. So 14 minus 12, so this is 14 minus 12 divided by Y, you go in the direction of Y and the difference of these two, that means 18 minus 14. So this step is important because this is the result of application of alligation rule. X by Y, X is to Y is equal to, you go in the direction of X and write 14 minus 12 divided by go in the direction of Y and write 18 minus 14. So this will give me 2 and this will give me 4. So basically 2 by 4, or further I can write, simplify this as 1 by 2. So that means these two variety has to be mixed in the ratio 1 is to 2. So we got the answer 1 is to 2, and option D is correct. Let's check the next question that says a trader mixes 36 kg of grain at rupees 26 per kg with 24 kg of grain of other variety at rupees 36 per kg and sells the mixture at rupees 33 per kg. His profit percent is. Okay, so you know the selling price of the mixture, I mean the average mixture, which is 33 per kg. So once you know the cost price after mixing in this ratio, which is given 36 kg and 24 kg, you can find out the profit percent. So we can apply the alligation rule for finding out this. So again we will do in the same fashion as we did in the last question, type 1 and type 2. So there are two variety of grain. So if we write price, so price of one is 26 per kg, 26 per kg, and the price of second one is 36 per kg. Look at this place, 36 per kg. Okay, and this average price you need to find out if you are mixing it in what ratio, 36 kg. So here I am writing quantity. So 36 kg of this variety type 1 and 24 kg of variety 2 type 2, right? So I can write this in ratio. So this will be basically 3:2, 36 is to 24 or 3:2, because quantity we can write in ratio. Okay, right. So now with the help of alligation rule we can find out what is CP. So we will approach in the same fashion, that 3/2, 3:2 is equal to, you will go in the direction of this 3 or 36. So you have to take the difference of these CP and 36, and for denominator you have to go in this direction and will take this difference, that means 26 and CP. So that means 3/2 is equal to 36 minus CP divided by CP minus 26, right? So now very simple calculation, this is 3 CP minus 78 is equal to 72 minus 2 CP. Okay, so that will give me 5 CP is equal to this is 150. So this will give me CP cost price as 30. So cost price is 30 per kg. So now we got the cost price as 30 per kg, and selling price is given in the question as, sells the mixture as rupees 33 per kg. So selling price is given as 33 per kg. So we have selling price and we have cost price, so we can calculate the profit percent. So percentage profit is profit, which is 33 minus 33 divided by cost price, which is 30, multiply this by 100. Okay, so this is 10%. So 10% is the answer, and option C is correct. Let's take the next question that says, a tea merchant buys a kind of tea at rupees 8 per kg and he mixes it with another kind of tea at rupees 28 per kg. In what proportion must he mix the two kinds of tea so that the mixture is sold at rupees 23 per kg to gain 15%? So again, as we did in the first question, first we will find out the cost price with 15% gain and selling price at 23 per kg. So I am just writing this to clarify CP and SP. SP is given as 23 per kg and there is a gain of 15%. So with this information we have to find what is the cost price. That further we will calculate with the help of this alligation rule, right? So I can just write one equation, CP multiplied by 1.15 is equal to 23. So why I am writing this equation? Because if you multiply CP to 1.15, that means 115%. So 15% profit means 115% of CP. So that's why I have multiplied CP to 1.15. That will give me selling price, which is 23. So with the help of that, we can get CP is equal to 23 divided by 1.15. So which is 20. So we got CP as 20 per kg. Now we can apply the alligation rule. So for this we can write type 1 here and then type 2. So the variety 1 or type 1 is the price. I am writing here price, and the price is 8 per kg, and for type 2 this is 28. Okay, and then you have to find out or writing here in what quantity you have to mix. And CP we have already calculated, so in the middle I will write 20, and here I am writing X is to Y, in what ratio it has to be mixed. So we will apply the alligation rule, which is very simple to apply. So X ratio Y or X is to Y is equal to, you go in the direction of X and find out this difference, 28 minus 20 divided by, you go in the direction of Y and take this difference, 20 minus 8. Okay, so this is 8 and this is 12. So this can further be simplified as 2 by 3 or 2 is to 3. So 2 is to 3 the answer, and option D is correct. Let's take the next question. It says a grain merchant has 500 kg of rice, a part of which he sells at 8% profit and the rest at 18% profit. He gains 14% on the whole. The quantity sold at 18% profit is. Okay, so in this question total 500 kg of rice is there, and he has divided into two parts. I'm just writing here, this is part 1 and then part 2, and one part is sold at 8% profit and the other part is sold at 18% profit, and overall he gains 14%, right? So we can also apply alligation rule in order to find in which ratio he should divide this part 1 and part 2. So remember, we will proceed in the same fashion, and here I am writing profit or loss, as I have written at 8% and 18%, and always remember that for profit it should be plus and for loss it should be minus, which is not the case in this question. Okay, so because in part 1 also he is making a profit 8% and for part 2 as well 18%. Okay, and then in what quantity it should be mixed. So just write X to Y, which we have to find out. So in this way we can apply the alligation rule, okay, in the same fashion. So I will just write applying alligation rule, X by Y or X is to Y is equal to, go in the direction of X and the difference of this, which is 18 minus 14, divided by, go in the direction of Y and the difference of this 8 and 14, which is 14 minus 8. Okay, so this is 4 and this is 6. This is 6. So 4 is to 6 or 2 is to 3. So 2 is to 3. He should mix, he should divide in the ratio 2 is to 3. So now we got this ratio, and the question is the quantity sold at 18% profit. So this part, okay. So quantity sold at 18% profit, that means part 2. So in order to get that, the simple calculation is 3 part out of 5. So 3 by 5 multiplied by the whole part, the whole grain, which is 500. 3 by 5, 3 correspond to this, by 5 into 500. So this give me 300 kg. So 300 kg of part 2 and 200 kg of part 1. So option B is correct. Let's take the next question that says a trader has 88 kg of rice, a part of which he sells at 14% profit and the rest at 8% loss. On the whole, his loss is 4%. What is the quantity sold at 8% loss? So we have solved a similar question of this, and we will proceed in the same way. So there are two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 out of this 88 kg is sold at 14% profit. So here I will be writing what? Profit or loss, and for profit it should be positive and for loss it should be negative. Okay, so part 1 is sells at 14% profit and the rest at, the other part is 8% loss, so minus 8%, right? On the whole, his loss is 4%, so in the middle I will write minus 4%. Okay, and then here I will write quantity in which ratio he should take it. So let's assume x is to y as we have been doing in all the questions. So just we will apply the alligation rule here. So x by y or x ratio y should be equal to, go in the direction of x. So here you will find the difference of minus 4 and minus 8, right? So this should be minus 4 minus 8 divided by, go in the direction of y and take the difference of these two, that means 14 and minus 4. So the difference will be 14 minus 4. Okay, so this will be 8 minus 4, that is 4 divided by 14 plus 4, which is 18, or 2 by 9. Okay, so in the ratio he should mix in the ratio 2 by 9, or I can write 2 is to 9. So this is the ratio, and the question is what is the quantity sold at 8% loss, that means part 2. Okay, so quantity sold at 8% loss, so that will correspond to 9. So 9 out of 11 multiplied by the whole part, which is 88. Okay, so this is 872 kg. Okay, so 72 kg is the quantity sold at 8% loss, and the remaining, that means 88 minus 72 will be this part 1, which is 14% profit. So in this case the answer is 72 kg, that means option B is correct. So we have seen the questions of profit and loss where you can apply the alligation rule. For more questions, subscribe to the channel.